Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry about this awkward angle. I mean, at least you guys can see me. I am vlogging today for the first time in a really long time. I've got quite a list of things I need to update you guys on, but I'm not gonna do it all right here. I'm gonna take you guys along with me for the day. I have a few things that I want to do, which would be one, picking up a few groceries, which is also one of the things that I need to update you guys on. I've recently come across fibromyalgia. I'm self-diagnosing myself. That sounds so strange. I actually heard about it from my sister, who is a registered nurse, and I've actually met somebody that does have fibromyalgia. So I'm fairly sure that's what I have. You guys know that I've never seen a doctor. You guys have been with me for the last, I want to say since like 2016. I've been documenting my health. Lately I've been feeling not the best, and yeah, so that's why I came to Sprouts today, just to pick a few things. I'll update you guys on everything else that I want to update you guys on later. I'm going to Ulta to return some products. Yeah, I'm here at Ulta. So another update that I have is work. I think the last time I spoke to you guys, I had just started life coaching school. There was a few updates about me, like struggling to find a job and all that stuff. So in between that time, I did quit Subway, and I did it at the time. It was very much an emotional response to how I was feeling. And I kind of wish I didn't make that decision based off of my emotions, but I did. And part of me, I don't really necessarily regret it. I do think it was very brave of me to realize that I was unhappy and then to remove myself from the situation, although it has cost me a lot. And I ended up getting a job in October. And I got the job at a Justice, which is a kid's store, and I like it. It's okay. Or liked, as in I don't work there anymore. It's really hard, just because I can't. There's a lot of things in my life that are affected because I don't have the money to pay my bills, the money to put gas in my car. I don't have the money to take care of myself. I don't have the money to take my friends out or go out, you know. Like, it's just, there's just so much that's affected with me not having a job. And it was really hard because, you know, I felt like, oh, I finally got a job, and then I lost it. And yeah, that's the update with my health and work. What else do I need to update you guys on? I made like a whole list. Job. My hair, as you guys can see, I can't believe that's not the first thing I told you guys. I did chop my hair. I was gonna get it professionally done, but I was just sitting there with my dead hair that wasn't curling, that was frizzy. I had let it air dry, and it was just like getting on my nerves. So I walked into the bathroom, I wet my hair, I put it in 2 pigtails, and I chopped it. And then I was like, oh fuck, what did I just do? But you know, I'm not stressing about it. It's gonna grow back, and I think it looks cute. I'm to Ulta now because it's getting kind of hot out here, and get my money back, and then I think I'm gonna go head to Sally's to get some hair dye. I mentioned to you guys earlier how the last video that I posted was a full recap on what the first few days of life coaching school were like, and I have since then graduated life coaching school. I think it's been about a week. Yeah, and that was amazing. That's what I want to do. I was so inspired by that, so I guess inspired to continue going to school, so I'm actually going to enroll into a full program, which is like almost a year and 6 months. I still have to figure out which program I'm going to enroll in. I was going to show the catalog, but I think the one that I'm going for is the integrative healing arts, I don't know, something like that. The program basically has like, how do I explain it? It's like the main focus, which I believe for the one that I'm curious about, is life coaching. So it's a life coaching course, it's a master life coaching, it's the Hero Within, and then there's other like business strategy like ones, and then you get like electives. So you can take Reiki classes, you can take yoga classes, you can take aromatherapy classes, which I think is really cool because you can incorporate those kinds of things into life coaching. So like polarity and Reiki are like energy work, so I can apply those things to life coaching if I'm in a session based off of how I want to run my business, which I think is really cool. And then I thought yoga would be nice to do, just to be able to go to school and just move my body every day. But yeah, so since then I want to enroll in full program. So that's the update with school. It does start in January, so I have to like get on it now with my FAFSA. And since graduating, I'm struggling, which I would really appreciate some feedback with, finding a niche or like an audience that I gear more towards for coaching. The first one that I was thinking of is to think about the person that I was 5 years ago. So 5 years ago I was 15. I was a sophomore, I think, in high school. I was going through a lot. I was struggling with some depression, anxiety. I couldn't make any friends. I wasn't really living to my full self. I didn't even know who I was. So I have this niche that I kind of want to focus on around working with high school students, maybe even at a high school, speaking at a high school, to bring in clients, like an identity coach, to help high school students find themselves or find their identity, because I feel like that's where I was 5 years ago. My second niche that I'm interested in is who I was 2 years ago, which I was 18 and I was trying to do YouTube full-time, and there was a lot of blocks that I didn't know that I had until I came into life coaching school. So a lot of the blocks that I had were like not believing in myself, not knowing the kind of content that I want, not knowing that it was my health that was affecting me, not knowing how to take care of my health, take care of my mind, because I feel like when I was 18 trying to do YouTube full time and I was having so many like blocks, it was a lot of mental blocks that I didn't know how to break down that I know how to do now. So that would be like a second niche, is to help entrepreneurs or YouTubers or bloggers or just younger women that are trying to work, I think they call them solopreneurs, I'm not sure, but work online. I think would be really great niche for me too, because those are two different phases of my life that I feel I was like really deep in and like hardcore committed to, and those were also times in my life that there was some change happening. Yeah, so those are the two niches that I'm kind of like struggling to figure out which one I want to do, but also the fact that I'm a multi-passionate person, I kind of have this feeling that I may end up just playing with both of them, because that's how I've always been, being multi-passionate. So I just kind of do everything. So maybe I'll do them at different times in my career. Career options, schools, lessons from school that I've learned. I learned that I don't believe in myself, or I didn't believe in myself as much as I thought I did. I also learned that I don't believe that I deserve to be seen, which is still something that I'm trying to overcome. I didn't realize that was a fear of like being seen. I always thought that people weren't letting me be seen. It's actually that I've never allowed myself to be seen. So that's something I learned. So believing in myself, allowing myself to be seen. Forgiveness, I'd say. Definitely. And not just saying that I forgive somebody, but to really understand how important it is to really forgive and forgive myself. Also, unity. I've learned how important it is to be in unity with others. Adversity, just that I didn't realize that it was like saying it but not really knowing what I was saying. I learned that I make decisions based off of my emotions, which is something that I need to really get past, because reflecting, I've made some decisions that haven't helped me in the long run, because in the moment that I made that decision I was feeling a certain type of way. I've also I don't want to say learned, but I've gotten, yeah, I've learned what being aware and being what like mindfulness. Yeah. I think before going into this course, you could ask me like, what does it mean to be aware? I think I would say it means to like know what's going on around you, to, you know, to just be aware of what everybody's feeling, but that's not what awareness really is. Or I mean, I guess that awareness, yes, but it goes deeper into that like mindfulness. It's being aware of you and how you feel. So many people don't take the moment to feel, like, be aware of what emotions are sitting with them and to be aware of what they need to deal with those emotions, to get past those emotions, which is something that I've learned how to do, and it has helped me tremendously because now I understand that when I'm feeling something, I know what I need, and I ask myself, okay, what do you need? Do you need to meditate? Do you need to talk to a friend? Like, do you need a nap? Which is something that I could not do before. So I've definitely learned to be aware and just mindful of myself, because I feel like for this course I was aware of others. I always took care of others. I looked after others, but I never looked after myself. And the last thing that I learned, which I think is going to be the one that always sticks with me, that there are no lazy people, you guys. No lazy people. There are no extra people either. We're all here for a purpose. We're on the planet for a reason. No extra people, but most of all, there's no lazy people. There are just people who don't believe in themselves. So if you think that you're lazy because you didn't get so and so done, because you haven't done this in months, because whatever, it's not that. I'm telling you right now, you're not lazy. You don't believe in yourself. And for me, that's important because I thought that I did, but it was more so with like the confidence. I was confident in how I looked, but not in who I was. That there is a big difference. You can feel pretty on the outside, but maybe the inside isn't matching up. So those were just, I don't even know how many. That was like 8 lessons that I learned from school, and you guys, there was even more lessons than that because every single day in class somebody had something new to say. There was some kind of lesson that we learned. So I definitely recommend some life coaching to you guys if you guys are on your own like personal growth journey. And then the last thing that I have to update you guys on is my series. I still haven't gotten down to the details, but basically this past January I had a series on my channel. It was like a 12-day series about like personal growth and development. I do like them, but because I've gone through a life coaching course, there's so much growth that's happened, and there's so much that I've learned that I want to share with you guys. So yeah, I asked on Instagram what some topics are that you guys would be interested in. If you guys are more so interested in how-to topics, if you're more into tips, if you're more into subject of anxiety, depression, self-care, I don't know, manifestation, what you guys want to. Do you guys like routines? I think I'll have all of that in the series, but I definitely want to make sure that I get a topic that you guys are interested in. I don't have all the details yet. Follow me on Instagram because that's where I'll probably post all of that stuff. So that's it for all of the updates. Thank you guys for watching this video and subscribing to my channel. Give it a big thumbs up, and I hope that I see you guys soon in my next video, whenever that may be. And thank you guys so much for just being here with me along this journey as I've grown, because if you guys have been here a while, you guys have seen these last 6 months and how hard they have been for me. So yeah.